Watch out! Trouble's on the way! Fight them
Heartwarming sight, Miss Fry.
Your remarkably armed boat deserves a share of recognition.
One of my experimental projects when I was Lord of the Admiralty. I haven't always been a man of shadows.
And I suppose this victory will thrust you back into the limelight.
We may have struck a blow against the enemy, but London is still riddled with German agents. Currently, there's a new group, unlike anything I've seen before. Theirs is a fanatical, almost religious fervor.
And you believe I'm the woman to flush them out?
Indeed. I dare not approach Mr. Asquith without firmer evidence, but I believe they pose an immediate threat. If you can see to this, I give you my word that once I've battled my way back into Parliament, I shall see if something can't be done about your request. As you are aware, a vote can be far more lethal than a bullet or a blade.
Once I walked the earth as you do. I was born to the Illuminat caste in the city of Phaon in the year 2195 of the Isu era. Now I travel the vast corridors of your machines, adrift here within the gray. But I grow stronger. The world is nearly ready for my return. And so I have summoned you to this war-torn simulation to tell you a story. It is our story.
What the hell? Evie's notebook. You know, normally I don't like reading this, but here's the thing. I think I'm starting to a little bit more lenient when it comes to stuff like this now. Because since after replaying this game of the franchise, I think I should try to take the time to I don't know what do you guys call it, invest to the game in a little bit, because to see if my opinion of the re-ranking of Assassin's Creed series games after AC Mirage comes out, and also the protagonist, like saying like how much has my perspective changed? Like, is my ranking gonna stay the same, or is it gonna change after I finish the series the first time on my channel? So yeah, why the hell not? Let's just read a little bit. I arrived at Sir David's laboratory too late, recover the piece of Eden. I did not get a good look at it, but he had hooked it up as some sort of machine, which exploded under duress. For this part, Jacob believes I have found ancient pottery that cracked when exposed to electrical charge. Ancient pottery. Unfortunately for me, the subsequent explosion of the laboratory means that I cannot disprove the hypothesis. If we had timed our mission a few hours sooner, I would be holding the proof in my hands, even now, but I know what I saw. I almost had the opportunity to observe the famed Miss Lucy Thorne. She was more interested in speeding results than the actual object they found. I suppose it is to be expected of a Templar. She would focus more on gaining power than in gaining information. Still, she does not seem like a woman to be trifled with. I will need to proceed carefully. If what Sir David told me as he died is true, Miss Thorne is either in the possession of another piece of Eden, or knows where one is. Jacob and I have come to London to find it. It would be more truthful to say that I came to London with that in mind. I'm supported by Mr. Henry Green, an assassin from our brothers in India. Jacob is more interested in the scheme to use London's gain to take back the city from Templar control. I told him it was a plot worthy of Ezio the Torre himself. He looked at me blank and said, "Who?" Oh, come on, bro. Really, Jacob? You don't even respect Ezio? At least this will keep him occupied while I attempt to locate Miss Thorne's piece of Eden. Jacob has a tendency to act rashly when gets impatient. Oh shit, fuck. He's calling them the Rooks. It is taken the bribing of several Mr. Green's London contacts, not to mention intercepting message for Templar agents. We have determined that Miss Thorne does not yet have a piece of Eden. That much is good news. However, she is expecting a delivery to the London docks, in which she'll collect personally. Whatever it is, I must get to it before she does. Every time when I look at what papers I have managed to salvage of the collection Miss Thorne acquired, I remember Jacob. If it was written for his interference, I would now be sorting through a wealth of information, the likes of which I have never seen before. At least I have the notebook and several papers that I came found inside. I also stay comforted that the fact Miss Thorne does not have it, though I was so certain that she would be receiving the piece of Eden itself. Let this be a lesson to not rush to conclusions. Mr. Green has moved some of his books from his curatorship shop to the train so that we have resources as we analyze the notebook contents. It is nice to have the company as I work. Dr. Ellington is dead, and it goes with the production steric soothing syrup. The patient medicine of choice in London. Jacob is justifiably proud of the end of Crawford's Shark's principle, Renville Streams, not to mention the death of one of his chief supporters. Unfortunately for us, that was not the end of the story. I visited Labwith to find that things had not settled as we'd hoped they would. Instead, in the absence of the syrup, people were turning into their tonic soma them were a little bit more than tinted water. Others were less savory ingredients. Meanwhile, real medicine, was being stolen and sold to the highest bidder. Clara Ordeo and several of her children fell ill and might have not pulled through, but for my intervention it took care of Miss Florence Nightingale, bringing a cure to Clara and a cure to the borough at large of two different things. So further action is required. Mr. Green insisted me rooting out thieves hoarding medical supplies. Jacob was nowhere to be found. I have reported some of the culprits to Mr. Aberlin for the police to deal with. The rest we seen to ourselves. I also put some of the assassin's money towards Miss Nightingale's efforts to recreate better sanitation regulations, which she assures me will help stall the spread of disease. Better than any tonic, however, effectiveness. Okay, yeah. There are so many things to relate, I hardly know where to start. It has been equal parts triumph and failure. It seems that the piece of Eden that Miss Thorne is seeking is the Shroud of Eden, which is destined to recover to a point where before they left London. Where that shroud is, or why Miss Thorne seeks it, are still a mystery. I found a series of directions that pointed to a hidden vault within the Kenway house. It was once owned by Edward Kenway, a master assassin, and then passed down to his son Hatham, a Templar Grand Master. Only one can only imagine the family dinners. After the Kenway's time, the mansion out passed out of our history, or so we thought. I traveled there accompanied by Mr. Green, only to find that the house is still being occupied by the Templars. Indeed, it seems Miss Thorne has made it her principal place of business, for when we saw her enter as we arrived, I determined to enter in any case avoiding a direct confrontation if all possible. We found Edward Kenway's hidden vault, a secret that has has managed to remain hidden for more than a century. Rather unfortunately, Edward Kenway's method of concealing a vault involved a player's piano that alerted the guards to our presence. Mr. Green and I had the barest amount of time to look around to see what treasure is hidden within before we had to flee. I came away with a piece of paper of a mental disc. It sounds very little, I know. However, the paper itself tells us the story of the London assassins before they were wiped out. Several big bolt holes are mentioned. Any of which might contain valuable information about our history. At the test promises to unlock the key, a precursor object hidden somewhere in the London. Alright guys, this is what I'm going to do right now. Since my throat is hurting a little bit for reading too much, if you guys want to read it on your own time, I'm just going to slowly scroll down and you can just keep pausing it as you keep reading. portal to 1868. You know what? I think I'll stick around for a little while. At least let me get the other viewpoints. Damn it, didn't get the helix. Damn it! Yeah, I'll get that later, I guess. I don't know. Hey. If you guys hear noise in the background, that's a family member. Yeah, apparently my sister just came home. But if it gets too loud, then I'm gonna have to like edit the video a little bit, and so the background noise won't be too much of a bother for most people, me included. Chimney sweep. Yeah, I think it's getting a little too loud here. Well, that's kinda fortunate. I'm assuming this is probably one of the main missions in World War One. I'm actually very curious of like technically I'm not sure if I should like go back to the main storyline of the present, because if we're really if we're gonna be like picky, oh shit. If we're gonna be picky a little bit, technically we're in the future, but I'm not sure which one is which. Like, which one should I play first? Because if we're gonna be picky by chronological timeline, should I play this after the main story? I'm not sure. Alright guys, I did a little bit of editing, and, well, technically I had to start here. Now, I did a little bit of research, just a small, you know, looking stuff up. And it's been told, like, does it matter per se if I do the main story and then come back to World War One? And most of the comments I've seen is that it doesn't, the portal will still be there regardless. So as much as I am excited about this unexpected portal I never had seen the first time I played this, I think I'm gonna do the main story, and then if we're gonna go by timeline on this game, then Jack the Ripper should be the next one according to the dates. And then by historical accuracy by the timeline dates, and then it's World War One because it comes after by real historical of Jack the Ripper. So I think I'm gonna go back to just back to the portal. 1868. And hang on a second, I don't really remember, when does Jack the Ripper take place? 1888. So that's 20 years. So so by 1868 is the main story of Syndicate, and then Jack the Ripper 20 years later is 1888, and then World War One. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the main story, and then I think that's how it's gonna be. Main story, Jack the Ripper, and then World War One. Only because of the sake for the timeline, that I just don't wanna confuse myself here.
I showed you this memory for a reason. Return to me. Follow Lydia and we will speak more.
So, according to Juno, yeah, it doesn't seem, other than the fans from the comments I looked up, yeah, the portal, I don't think it's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. But definitely we will come back to the World War One missions. Maybe I heard that it doesn't really per se spoil anything, but just to have a little bit more content with Evie, and I don't know if Jacob's gonna be in here.
Are you okay? I don't know what happened. I thought I'd lost you.
Because before, the very first time growing up when I played this game of Assassin's Creed franchise, I actually did not play the DLCs. And even though I don't have it on my channel, I have played Assassin's Creed 1, but I think I was still in school and I didn't do YouTube at that time. So I had played part 1, so I do know the story of Altair, which is one of my favorites. And then yeah, I didn't really know about the extra content of the DLCs until after I finished it the first time, but now revisiting on my channel, I do like that I got the opportunity to play the DLCs to get more side content of the story, and a little bit more, in a certain way, closure when it comes to the protagonist, just so we just get to play with them just a bit longer, even if they are DLCs on the other series. Level 10. If you guys hear chewing, it's because I'm chewing gum. Man, if I make too much noise chewing gum when I look at this video, like I review my videos, then I won't chew gum next time when I'm playing games.
me.
Oh, alright, the skills. A military suit? I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like this one. I do like this one more of the color, but I like this one of the style and the perks. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna have to check something. I don't know if my chewing gum is loud next to my headset. So, yeah, I'm just not gonna take the chance of hearing myself chew and reviewing my own videos. Alright, let's go back to the main mission.
I'm warning you.
What has happened?
Your brother.
What's he done this time?
The newspapers are all over Twopenny's murder, and if that weren't enough, someone has stolen the currency printing plates. Was that also Jacob's doing?
I doubt it.
Now, no one trusts the bank or England's currency. There will be inflation, riots, manufacturing will jump to America for the cheap labor. In short, Britain is done for.
Jacob, you've really put your foot in it now. What if I smuggle the plates back into the bank?
Well, certainly help. Better yet, it would call into question the stories on Twopenny's murder, which would restore confidence in the economy.
That's settled then. Britain lives to see another day.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, would you mind destroying any counterfeit notes you come across so they don't circulate?
Of course.
I guess this is why they say sometimes assassins, they don't know what they're doing. Because of actions like this.
Counterfeit money is being spent nearby. Well, if you can call it counterfeit. With those printing plates, it's nearly impossible to tell the real notes from the fake ones.
Mr. Aberline.
If this gets out... Well, I've said this already. When people don't trust their currency, and we're already seeing riots...
Mr. Aberline.
I have the utmost faith in you, Miss Fry.
I guess this is, I guess now I remember why it's put a strain on the siblings' relationship. Because it's like saying, since they're twins, I don't know who's older, but it's still...
Follow me. I don't wish to be robbed on my way to the cart.
It makes you kind of say to... Like saying, I had enough of you for a while.
They can riot all they like. We won't be giving back those plates. What difference does it make? It's not like he has any real cash on him. Since we've got the printing plates, it's all real cash. Did you hear those crowds? Sounds like all of London is rioting. Nothing to do with us.
I can't believe Jacob's managed to shatter the entire economy. Father was right. He acts in haste, and repents not at all.
Where to now, sir?
Go on.
I guess most Assassin's Creed fans can admit we don't like tailing missions. But in real life, it probably would.
Easy, easy.
It probably would happen, tailing.
Keep your eyes open. Anyone could be trying to get in.
Yes, sir.
Keep this place locked down.
Yes, sir.
Guard this place as you would the life of England itself.
Absolutely, sir. Nobody stopped you.
They didn't even give us a second
He's an intruder!
Intruder! Intruder!
Now to sneak these back into the bank.
Riots outside the bank to be used for loot murder! Here's your distance! Bankers and these wankers!
I shall not leave without my hand there! Shillings in my tent! Just let me go! Please!
I want answers!
That's enough. Come on, back out the door with you. I want all my money converted to gold.
Stop her! I'm not leaving until I've got answers!
Be off with you, or I'll have to arrest you.
I said I want my money!
You're not supposed to be here.
There's no need for shouting!
On your way, or I'll
See, what did I tell you? Anyone could break in here! Please calm down, everyone!
You're not supposed to be here. You turn a profit with no workers. This'll end.
That's an odd place to find a woman.
That's enough. Come on, back out the door with you. You're not supposed to be
Strange lady. Mad as a march here.
Do you think she has someone to look after?
circle round her. I want to be sure my money's safe.
There's no need for shouting!
Better keep an eye on her.
There. As if they were never taken.
Where does she think she's going? There she is!
The London papers are running the story of how it was all a hoax. No more riots. Faith in the bank restored. Finally, I might get a quiet night on patrol. Miss Fry, I can't thank you enough.
Glad we've averted catastrophe, Sergeant. Although it's Jacob who should be thanking me.